Hello everyone. Today we have another session, and we will discuss about the green technology and specifically the energy sector improvement in Bangladesh. We have our important guest from Bangladesh. He's Lutfor Rahman, and he's the CEO of Green Tech Foundation. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. Yes, fine. Thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, sir. So, can you please introduce yourself with our audience and specifically your organization?
Sure. Thank you so much for inviting me in a very prestigious discussion session organized by World Talented Forum. My name is Lutfor Rahman. I'm the CEO and Executive Director of Green Tech Foundation, Bangladesh. We actually work on developing, to promote the sustainable development goals given by the United Nations. We have some partnership with UN organizations like UN Global Compact and UN Foundation, something like, organization like this. And also we have some partnership with United Nations Development Programs, UNDP, and few other organizations. Through them, we mainly focused on the capacity building and the research, especially few goals of the SDGs, especially the goals which is focused on mainly, the technology, like clean energy, blue economy, also the sustainable cities and other. So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So we are happy that we have with us the very honorable person, so Siddique Zobair. He actually worked with Sustainable and Renewable Energy Development Authority straight up a long time, and he was also with the Ministry of Power and Energy as a secretary level position. So I think he can actually give you more input on the today's topic. However, I was introducing myself. Actually, we from the Green Tech Foundation, we mainly work with the youths and also the professional to develop their capacity, especially to know how about the achievement of sustainable development goals. Sometimes we involve them to participate in the execution of the different projects. So this is about myself, and I think our honorable guest will also brief.
Thank you, Lutfor, sir. Yes, I just want to know something, sir. Sir, can you please unmute your mic?
Sure.
No, unmute. Siddique, sir, can you please unmute your mic? I think you are in mute.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
okay, no problem. Yes. Sir, can you please introduce yourself with our audience and I know you have vast experience to doing work in green technology, especially the energy arena. So can you please explain?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Sharif, as well as Mr. Lutfor Rahman. It's a great opportunity for me to introduce myself in this program, as well as the sustainable energy activities in Bangladesh. I actually very recently retired from the government services. I worked for the energy sector for last 24 years at different capacities, starting from the very junior level to the additional secretary level. So before I retired from the government service, I served as a member of the Renewable Energy Development Authority, as well as the additional secretary to the Ministry of Power. So I looked after the renewable energy and energy efficiency promotion in the country, as well as I was also involved with the Ministry of Environment for the development of the nationally determined contribution. I was one of the core member of the committee who actually prepared this and look after the two sectors, energy sector as well as the industry sector. I was also the reviewer of the third national communication to the UNFCCC that submitted by the Bangladesh government in last year. So the energy chapter was reviewed by me, as well as I was also involved with the different activities of environment and climate change issues. During my tenure in the energy sector, in fact, I started my career as a policy makers for the downstream energy. That means the oil and gas exploration and production. And subsequently, I transferred to the upstream energy, that means the commercial activities of the energy sector, import, storage, distribution, and all those activities. And finally, I looked after the sustainable energy sector, that means the energy efficiency as well as the renewable energy. You know that Bangladesh formulated the renewable energy policy back in 2008, and I was one of the members of that committee who actually prepared the draft of this renewable energy policy, as well as I was the main mentor of the energy efficiency and conservation promotion roadmap or master plan of Bangladesh up to 2030. As well as I prepared the defined regulations, policies, laws on sustainable energy sector. So that's all. Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
thank you, sir. Sir, you have a vast experience as well, and we have our another guest, Mr. Lutfor Rahman. So I have specific questions actually for Bangladesh energy sectors, specifically green energy, solar powers, wind, and these kind of things. What is the prospect and future? What do you think? What the opportunity? And you are one of the policymaker who write the policy and everything. What's your what you want to share with us?
Let me, in fact, frankly, I can say that when we prepared the renewable energy policy in 2008, at that time we set a target that by 2015, we like to bring 5% of our total generation from the renewable energy sources, and by 2020, end of 2020, 10% of the total energy from the renewable energy sources. So according to the power sector master plan, the total generation capacity end of 2020 will be 20,000 megawatt in Bangladesh. And according to that estimation, we should generate at least 2,000 megawatt from the renewable energy. Renewable
Yes.
energy. But if we see in practically, we cannot achieve that target. We only achieve around 3% of the total electricity is now generating from the renewable energy sources, and most of those are from the solar home system as well as the hydropower. So if you say that what is the achievement is not that significant. There are some very critical issues are there, some critical bottlenecks are there, some critical challenges are there, and those are mostly, you know, that Bangladesh is a very densely populated country, and most prospective and potential source of renewable energy in Bangladesh is the solar energy. But since we are a very densely populated country, we do not have that much of land, because for solar we need a lot of land, especially for the large solar based power station. We need huge amount of land, which is very difficult to manage in Bangladesh. That's why government now initiated a program which we call the net metering program. That means to utilize the idle rooftops, industrial rooftops, institutional rooftops, those rooftops, because we have a lot of buildings where we can install solar energy, and to promote this one, to make it attractive to the building owners, we make a provision that if anyone like to set up a solar project or solar system into their roof, they can on priority they utilize the power generated from that system by themselves, and if there is any additional, they can store it into the grid, and they can draw it from the grid without paying any charge to the grid operator. So this is the provision that we created, which and industry people are gradually attracting to this discipline, that means to set up this rooftop solar program. This is one of the initiatives that we do, and we are expecting that at least 400 to 600 megawatt of installed capacity can be achieved from this intervention within next 2 years. Another one is the solar irrigation. You know that Bangladesh has a large number of diesel operated irrigation pumps. It is almost 1.3 million irrigation pumps are there. We government take an initiative to replace those diesel run irrigation system by the solar driven irrigation system. That is also going on. Um, uh, to date, around 1,300 to 400 system already installed. There is a project is going to be implemented by the Rural Electrification Board. Under that program, they are going to set up 2,000 system within next 3 to 4 years, and many other programs are coming. So, and also government is trying to explore the possibilities of wind energy. Um, uh, Already 50 megawatt capacity of a plant is LOI has been issued for wind energy, and another three projects are in the process. One is 60 megawatt, and another two are in 50 megawatt. Apart from those, there are some large solar project is also implementing by the government-owned generation companies, like Northwest Power Generation Company signed an agreement with a Chinese company to bring 500 megawatt capacity of renewable energy, both in solar and wind. The work is going on. Another company called EGCB, Electricity Generation Company, they already received the proposal against a tender for 50 megawatt solar project at Sonagaji, Noakhali, and another 100 megawatt is in sign an MOU with a foreign company, Alphanar, to develop 100 megawatt solar project, and 15 megawatt wind project they are also implementing. Another 30 megawatt wind project is also coming at Feni. Government already issued the LOI. Signing of PPA is in the process. So, though Bangladesh, as of today, cannot achieve the target, but momentum is there. It is already momentum has already been created, and we hope that by 2030 we can at least achieve 15% of total generation from the renewable energy sources.
Yes, sir. Thank you for a very good insight from Bangladesh. I just want to go to Mr. Lutfor Rahman, sir. Your organization working as a think tank. Okay, you collaborating even from the global arena. We are observing that you are working very excellent job inside Bangladesh. So how you see what the impact? How actually private corporations they are supporting government good initiative? How the ecosystem actually you are observing right now in Bangladesh?
Thank you very much for your question. Actually, here in Bangladesh, you have seen that the organization initiated by the government, that means like SREDA and other organizations, they actually working with the private sector men. We worked with SREDA for a long time when Siddique Zobair sir was there. We have seen that they actually their style or strategy was to work with the private organization and private sector. And they have taken a lot of initiatives with the private sector to promote these government policies. So that was a good sign, and definitely it's a combination of public partnership, and through that we have done so many things, and the government is planning to do in future a lot of things. What already Siddique has said, that is also will be doing jointly with the private sector. So we have seen that government attitude towards private sector involvement is very much positive. The officials like Siddique Zobair is now working with the government, present government, and they are so actively working with the private sector from the very beginning. So there is a very good scope to work with the government for any development activities from the private sector side.
Thank you. I want to go to Mr. Siddique. Sir, I want to know, like we see when we do research on South Asia, specifically we focus on India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and other countries. So we know that Bangladesh is a very good hub, and Bangladesh trying to develop different kind of economic zone and many interesting activities in Bangladesh, and they're trying to collaborate with the global organization. My specific question is that what the situation in the foreign direct investment, because for doing this energy sector improvement you need a lot of FDI. So what your observations, what you want to say, and even global arena we have a very good partners. So what the strategic approach Bangladesh now following for attracting foreign corporations?
Thank you very much. You might know that in Bangladesh, in fact, power sector is the first sector who actually uh, create a convenient FDI implementation system in Bangladesh. But you know that the PPA, that model PPA that prepared by the power sector for power division is most acceptable to the any foreign investors, and that's why you see now in the power sector the total generation of power, if you see the ownership, then 50% is owned by the private sector and rest 50% in the public sector. So private sector feel very convenient to invest in the power sector because all kind of facilities are incorporated into our power system policy. Like this, if anyone like to invest in the power sector, he can bring his capital and invest the money, and he can repatriate both the profit as well as 100% profit as well as his investment after a certain period of time. That means for investment there is a lock-in period for 6 years, but after 6 years he can transfer the project to anyone and he can repatriate his investment, and profit from the day one he can repatriate the 100% profit from the project. So tax holiday is there. Payment guarantee is there in the PPA, it is incorporated, the payment guarantee. Uh, uh, the capacity charge is there, so that if government is unable to draw the electricity from any power stations, then government will pay the capacity charge to the power station to ensure the investment, their investment. So this is a very convenient for any foreign direct investment, and there is no restriction, there is no reservation for any direct investment. Rather, power division welcome any kind of foreign direct investment. And if you see in the renewable energy sector, it is much more of it than the conventional energy. For renewable energy sector, we keep a provision that the company who like to develop any renewable energy project, large project, they must have to have the experiences to develop the similar kind of projects. So no Bangladeshi company has that kind of experiences. So obviously the foreign companies who have the experiences, they can access to this Bangladesh market and can develop the renewable energy project, and this is the acceptable, and that is the only acceptable to the government. So for any foreign direct investment, power division welcome it in the power sector, and especially in the renewable energy sector.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir. I just want to go to Mr. Lutfor. Sir, I want to know, like, as Bangladesh developing in very well, as well as we have global warming issues, many challenging situation happening right now, and your organization basically focus on green technology, and you are trying to help governments and create some awareness in the green technology sector and this area. On the other hand, sir also share Bangladesh has some limitation. Specifically, we do not have enough land for introducing solar energy and this kind of technology. So actually, how you promoting your activities. What your organizational objective, and how Bangladeshi peoples and Bangladeshi government getting the benefits from your organization on, in that particular area.
Thank you for your nice question. Actually, here what we do, we actually from the Green Tech Foundation trying to make the people aware about this technology like solar and other renewable sources. What Sir said. At the same time, we also focused on the energy efficiency activities, which is very, main activities from our part regarding the goal number 7, especially clean energy and energy efficiency. Both we focus to aware the people who consume, the energy, especially for conservation part. So what we do, like we have a project, it's called Energy Ambassador. So through this program or project, what we do, we award the students or young people, especially the people who have some influence to save the energy from their own institution, like school, college, even the university level. So we make or we announce them as ambassador for that particular segment or particular institution. So their responsibility is to save energy from their own institute, and also they, through their knowledge or through their motivation, they also practicing this same thing in their house. So through that activities, we are trying to save energy, even it goes to the energy production level. So this is also the main our focus activities regarding this. And at the same time, the technology part, we have few activities with the corporate people like industry, what SEDA and other institute like it, they are also promoting the net metering project. So only the government organization, the few 2 3 organizations is not enough to spread this concept or to spread these ideas to, with the corporate people. So from our part, we also cooperate with the it called SREDA to promote this concept of net metering system to the industry people or the corporate people. And also we have a good we had a good initiative to make a net metering, a net zero campus. We have started piloting with the Bangladesh University of Professionals here in the government, private, public university. So that concept also based on not only solar power, it also based on the energy savings. So through that, we are trying to help them to make the campus net zero. So this is based on solar technology, and also we sometimes promote the other technology like wind. We have some wave related project, and also some new project, a new technology what innovating in the other part of the world. We trying to bring for our country to save our country in this energy part and other things. One thing I should share, we are working to with the one company based in USA. They are calling it ocean-based climate solution. So it is also very interesting technology. It's creating oxygen through the from the sea water. So they are reducing the carbon dioxide and also producing the oxygen from the sea level water. So this is also very interesting technology that already been piloted in the US and other part of the world, and we are trying to bring in our country as a global, local partner of that organization. So this way, actually, Green Tech Foundation is supporting the government, promoting the green technology in different angles.
Yes, thanks. I just want to go to Mr. Siddique, sir. I want to know, let's say you have a very good policy and you are also a policy researcher and you create many kind of policy, especially these challenging situations when we have lack of resources on green technology for implementing green technology. But beside that, I want to know what are the basic strength Bangladesh has and what are the positive things Bangladesh has for attract global investors in renewable energy sectors, or what the alternative opportunities we can observe in the future from Bangladesh side.
Thank you very much. Good question. You see that the main resource for Bangladesh to attract the foreign investment in renewable energy sector is the resiliency of Bangladesh. You know that Bangladesh people are very resilient. They are resilient to any kind of challenges. So what I said that yes, we have the challenges, land is a challenge, but we also trying to the other options, the way out, that how we can overcome those challenges. What are the alternatives to bring the more and more renewable energy in Bangladesh? So if you see that, first of all, if you analyze our uh, foreign direct investment policy of the government, you see this policy is is recognized as a very promotional and developed foreign direct investment attractive policy. Say around the globe it is acceptable. But there are some challenges also. That policy is there, but in practice, we found that in some cases, it took a lot of time to process a proposal, business proposal in Bangladesh. That lead time is very lengthy in some cases. But I can assure you, for the power sector, for renewable energy project, lead time is not that longer, not like the other projects. So we have a specific guideline which is available in our website, in Power Division website as well as the Strata website. So if you see that this guideline give a clear idea to any foreign investor that how they have to move, what are the information they like to incorporate in their proposal, and it's a total template. So it is a template, so they will only fill up the blanks and they can submit it. And we have some standard standing committees through which these are processed. But still, in some cases, it took a lot of time. It is because there are some challenges are still there apart from the land. One challenge for Bangladesh at this moment is that you see that due to this COVID-19, our electricity consumption or demand side demand has reduced significantly. So our baseload power stations are capable enough now to take care of their requirement. So how we will integrate or incorporate the renewable energy into the system, that is a huge challenge, because renewable energy, especially the solar energy that produces in the daytime, which is in fact off-peak hour in Bangladesh, our peak is in the evening. But in the evening, solar cannot produce the energy. So this is a challenge, that how through the demand side management, how we can create more demand, as well as how we can reduce this peak and off peak difference. The difference this. If we can reduce this, that's why now we are working on EV, electric vehicle policy, that to incorporate or bring to facilitate the electric vehicles in our market, both in public sector as well as the private sector, so that there is a demand for electricity is increased, as well as daytime demand will increase. We hope that means the off-peak hour demand will increase. So there are different ways and means we are looking for, by which we can create the demand as well as reduces the peak and off-peak difference. So if we can do that, this challenge, then I think this is it. But there is a way out is now also there, because storage cost is reducing significantly. So this storage might give us a some kind of opportunity by which we can bring the renewable energy into the system and reduces these challenges, this peak and off peak challenge. So we are working on it, and I hope that this will create more room for the foreign investor to come to Bangladesh and see the rules and regulations of the Bangladesh. Mr. Lutfor Rahman Green Tech Foundation is there. I am here. I am now working independently as an energy, environment, and climate change expert. So my organization is also providing support if anyone like to invest in Bangladesh, especially in the renewable energy and energy efficiency sector. So we can work together, Green Tech, we can work together to bring to facilitate the foreign investment in Bangladesh in the renewable energy sector in days to come.
Thank you, sir. I want to go to Mr. Lutfor Rahman. I have specific things in my mind. Let's say, like we are focusing on the foreign investment, and foreign activities and other things. What's the situation in Bangladesh local ecosystem? When we see, let's say Malaysia, if you see that even India, if you see example other developed nations or developing nations like Malaysia, I do not want to go so far, like they do a lot of invention in their technological innovation. Let's say green technology. What the present situation in Bangladesh? Is there any startup or corporation they are innovating green technology for local utilization, or if some of the young entrepreneur they innovate some new technology for Bangladesh, what's the government or local corporation, how they actually supporting them?
Very interesting question. Actually, I should share with you. Nowadays, our young people they actually very much focused on their new technology based business. So we are very happy that they are coming with very good startup like innovative ideas, and we very immediately we will I will announce one competition like Green Product Pitch Program. So we are expecting that so many ideas and startup concept they will come up with this in this platform, and there is a good vibration actually started in the young generation and young people to come up with the new idea and new technology based business. So that is a good sign in the inside. Yes, as a country like Bangladesh, we have so many problem inside. But even though nowadays we can observe that the ecosystem is improving, especially for the technology-based business, for the foreign investment, for the actually good startup, there are actually very bright scope for their flourishness and development. So I think that like some other countries, what you have mentioned, we may not be in the same level, but we are actually in a level to move up our status, and definitely it's a promising and good things to think.
I want to go to Siddique, sir. Sir, it's very interesting that you people doing a lot of good policy, you attracting foreign investors and many interesting things happening in Bangladesh. I want to know, like in COVID-19 situations, what the present condition, especially when we observe the global mega projects and specifically energy-related project, they are suffering a lot. But what the inside of Bangladesh? What will happen next 2-3 years in COVID-19 situations for this mega project?
Thank you. Especially for energy sector, I don't think there is any challenges. It is because that now the demand has reduces, but I think that when this COVID will overcome, we can overcome very soon, I believe, and then there will be a exponential growth of electricity in Bangladesh. Why? It is because there are a good number of export processing zone are coming. Many of those are very near to complete, and some of the export processing zone or industrial zone are under construction now. I hope that within next 5 years, all will be there. The government plan is to bring 100 industrial zone and export processing zone into operation. And I also believe that many of them will be in operation within next 1 to 1.5 years, and around 30 to 37 new industrial zone will be in operation within next 5 years. While those will be in the operation, there is a huge amount of electricity demand will increase. And you know that in Bangladesh now there are a couple of large power stations are in the development phase. Very recently, one unit of Pyra power plant of 620 megawatt capacity is coming to the system, commissioned already. Another 620 megawatt is expecting to be commissioned in next December. So when COVID will over, at least power sector in Bangladesh will not face any challenge. If we see in the industry, of course, it depends on the whether our industry sector has growth or not, because main consumption in the industry sector. If you see at the initial when COVID started, at that time most of our you know that our most and largest industry sector is our apparel sector, textile and garment sector. At the beginning of COVID, most of the order were cancelled, but we are fortunate that almost 80% of those orders which were cancelled are coming to operation now. That means they again reinstate their contract and order is okay. So apparel sector growth is fine. I think we are not facing that much challenges even now. When COVID will over, we hope that in some, I also talked to some of the large garments owner. They told me that their income, their turnover will be more than the last year's turnover this year, even in the COVID. It is because that some of the country, those who are supplying the garments in the Europe and US market, they are now facing problem to supply it. But Bangladesh, I said that Bangladesh, the main resource of Bangladesh is our resiliency. So Bangladesh people are so resilient that at the beginning there was some shock, but now everybody coming back into their work. So we are entertaining any order. Bangladesh garment sector are not in a position to cancel any order. They are ready to entertain any new order even. So I think that industry sector will go ahead. Our industrial zone development activities is not stopped. It is going on. So I hope that and more new companies are coming every day. In fact, last Friday also one large company, they showed their interest to me that they like to invest in Bangladesh and whether we can facilitate them with some of the information to where could be the right sector to invest. So this new investment is coming, and I hope that after COVID, Bangladesh will not face that much of challenges. Of course, as well as power sector will not have any challenge.
Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, I want to go to directly Lutfor Rahman, sir. Sir, I want to know, like, let's say, like, yes, we have a good strategy. We are attracting foreign investors, but still we see that we have unemployment-related challenge. We have health-related issues. We have educational challenges. Actually, energy is a part of industrializations, and for industry, you need many human resources. And when foreign company goes for investment a country, they need a lot of expert, local human resources, and a very good local ecosystem. What's the present situations right now from your neutral point of views? What you want to share with us?
Thank you for your nice question. Actually, I should tell the truth. After the COVID-19, we have seen that so many our experts from the foreign country, they have to come back their own country because of their policy and some reason. So already we have you rightly said that we have very what the situation we have so many unemployed people, also the literacy and so many things. But thing is that we have very good number of workforce which can be utilized by capacity building. What we are doing, we are focusing on that part. We are trying to build our capacity, resource capacity. So this is one thing that we have existing unemployed people who have their skill or have a skill. They can also be utilized. At the same time, the skilled people they came back from the other part of the country. They can also be a part of the new investment or new opportunities what from the foreign investment will create. So I think it's not our own issue. It's a global issue nowadays. The unemployment situation and other things. But since our country we adopted some way and we are facing very technically. This present government has taken so many things to utilize the youth force some different way. So we are not thinking that this will cause a negative impact on the foreign investment or foreign investment opportunities, and somehow it will also create them or make them motivated or interesting to invest over here, since we have a very good number of customers in locally, and also we good very human good energetic human resources. So if we can utilize these things in a wise way, that will be a good asset for our country. So I don't think that it is a negative issues for our country. It's a positive sign if we can utilize or manage properly our better thing.
Yes. Sir, I want to go to Siddique, sir. I want to ask, when we do work with a foreign investment and when we observe from the global arena, let's say corporations, those who want to do investment in South Asia, they will definitely they will negotiate India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, even Afghanistan, even Nepal, Bhutan. They will negotiate. Uh, but Bangladesh has to win this negotiation, right? This is the reality. So in that particular situation, I want to know, like from the global aspect, what is the strategy of Bangladesh for what we call political diplomacy? When political diplomacy comes, because we are beside of India, India is a very big economy, as well as we have other competitive country. So when, let's say, from Malaysia, any of the company want to do investment in South Asia, they will comparatively, they will analyze with India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all of the country. So what the situation of political diplomacy right now, how it works, how actually dealing the international community for handle this kind of negotiation.
You see, when a foreign investor like to invest outside his country, then he reviewed many things. Number one is the political situation of that particular country, whether the political situation is stable or not. If you see in Bangladesh now, political situation is very stable. There is no political chaos, at least that which can hamper the day-to-day activities. That is not there now. Number one. Number two, why a foreign investor select Bangladesh as a good country to invest their money. So this is a depend on many other factors, like the legal and regulatory framework of that particular country. If you see that what I mentioned before also, that legal and regulatory framework in Bangladesh for any foreign investment is accepted by the foreigners, that it is the most foreign investment friendly regulation. Now, one challenge was that business lead time, how to reduces the lead time. So that is that government is working on it, and now in many cases it reduces because there is a specific time frames are there. Finally, you said that what is the political diplomacy from the government side, in fact, to attract the foreign investor in Bangladesh. If you see that Bangladesh is a country in this region who actually try to maintain their neutrality. Bangladesh, if you see, the country that you named, that India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, or Malaysia, so everybody is, all those countries has some kind of notional position in the international arena. But Bangladesh, as a neutral country, it is acceptable to the internationally that Bangladesh foreign policy is maintaining that neutrality they are maintaining. So this is one thing. Another thing is that our foreign missions are working at there, but I personally opine that our foreign missions should be more active to attract the foreign investors for Bangladesh. But if anyone see that one of the issue was the country risk. Country risk was one of the issue. That country risk, we are gradually overcoming the previous, the ranking. We are improving our rank. So this is one thing that we are the positive sides. Again, Bangladesh was treated as one of the fast growing economy by the different international agencies, rated agencies, who recognized Bangladesh's economy is the fast growing economy and recognized as the destination for any foreign investment. So I think these are and Bangladesh is also trying to promote these activities in for locally as well as internationally. So I hope that these are the significant point which could attract the foreign investment in Bangladesh.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Sir, I want to ask question to Mr. Lutfor Rahman. Before that, one of our group member, he said today event is going to be extraordinary in the context in Bangladesh. Thank you to the guest for their nice discussions. Thank you, sir, for your valuable discussions here. Even from World Talent Economy Forums, you can find people from around the world. Even last day from MIT, Professor Rajesh Nayars, who is actually built up in many interesting ecosystem in Malaysia and India, even people from Apple, people from around the world, and those who are running for US election, they are also joining in our system. So hopefully many of the international community, they will observe your discussions and it will be very helpful for Bangladesh. So I want to go to Mr. Lutfor Rahman, sir. You are focusing very, very interesting thing. This is the green technology. And in present situations, we know from international things that country like Bangladesh, like developing nations, they need green technology. But issue is that there are many international lobby, many interesting things happening around Bangladesh. How actually you take these interesting issues for Bangladesh? This is very important for Bangladesh. But how Bangladesh actually can afford this kind of technology, green technology? It's expensive. It's not a easy always to attract foreign investment for this kind of thing. Maybe Malaysia can do it very easily. They have big lands, but for Bangladesh it's a challenging. But this is very important for in climate change reality. What's your objective? How do you find this strength from your organizations and the local ecosystem?
Yes, you rightly say that this is sometimes, though it's interesting, but not affordable for our people. But one thing I should share with you, the starting of the green factory, in topmost, top leaded 10 factories out of 10, 7 green factories in our country are situated. So this actually happening not very long time. It's just for last few days we have that achievement. And what we saw that our people, though we have a less capacity to sometimes afford the technology, but we have a good soul and good mind and good initiative for achieving or to take the advantage of technology. So this, when people have their intention and a motivation inside, then ultimately the fund or the capacity uh, naturally build up. So I should share the example. The first industry when our one of entrepreneur had thinking to start green factory. That time he had not that much money to start the new with the new technology, the green factories they require. So what he said he did, he approached to the banks, but bank was not that time prepared to help that industrialist to build the green factory. So he intentionally directly approached to the government that time, the governor, the Bangladesh Bank governor that time was Dr. Atia Rahman. So when he expressed his interest to build the green factory, so that time he extended his hand to and supported his initiative, and ultimately Bangladesh Bank, who are not actually in practice to support directly any entrepreneur, private sector, but they did. They supported from the Bangladesh Bank, Central Bank, particular the private initiative to develop as a green factory. So this way, actually, our people are supporting good, thinking and good initiatives sometimes. So I think that the people, if our people, the present, young people or startup, they want to adopt the new technology, financially they will get support from, not only financially, the other logistic support they will get naturally from different part of the stakeholders. So I have a good, positive impression and positive thinking on that development. If any new technology want to bring or want to start in our country, definitely our people will adopt it, and the support will get. They will get the support from every corner of the country and society. So I think it's not very I should say that irrelevant or impractical thinking. It's a very practical and very natural. If any good technology, green technology, or new technology try to introduce in our country, our people are welcoming and will welcome future.
Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, I want to go to Zobair sirs, and I say that World Talent Economy Forum, you can check like people from global arena, many influential people, those who are think tank, even let's say Fred Philip from Tando, he's actually a co-researcher for China research centers, those who are producing all of the technology, many big think tankers, they are joining with us. But one specific point I just want to share an example, and I want to take an audience questions, and this is the last question from our side. uh, let's say when we discuss with the Silicon Valley, let's say Stanford University, they build up Bangalore ecosystem. Okay, they help to build up Bangalore ecosystem, and now you see many CEO from India, they are leading Fortune Global 500, as well as many tech corporations from Google, from Microsoft, and everywhere. So one interesting thing they share with us when Indian people go to Stanford University, and they say that we come here for build up another Silicon Valley. Then they support India and they build up a Bangalore. Now Bangalore is an example for around the world. I want to know, like, what the government intentions. Like, we always want to dependent on the other foreign investors and the corporation. They come and invest and they sell their technology and they go back. Or Bangladesh has their own think tank. They will producing something like Bangalore's and the own ecosystems, and they will sell their technology outside Bangladesh. Even example from Malaysia, now they are selling their technology to Silicon Valley. We are helping them. And I want to go to directly questions to from our audience. What can be the role of government and various organizations in building a sustainable green technology in Bangladesh, where we have many natural varieties? So anyway, my question is that very specific things. How is our policy? Our policy is fully depend on the foreign corporation. They come and they sell their technology and they invest on Bangladesh, or we will build something like Bangalore's with the help of international partners.
Thank you. Thank you for your very pertinent questions, because this is the issue, in fact, which I am trying to convince the government for last 15 years. So I was posted in finance division. So in 2009, so I requested my secretary finance during the preparation of the budget that, sir, you stop all development budget for next 5 years and you divert all those resources for the technical training of our population, because that the demographic distribution in Bangladesh, if you look at, the most of our population belongs to the 20 to 49 years of age. So almost 63%. So it's a huge opportunity for Bangladesh to utilize. He was talking about the unemployment in Bangladesh. If you see that nature of unemployment in Bangladesh is not that they are looking for a very good job as they like to, rather they like to have any kind of job, because it is opportunity is less in Bangladesh. The Bangladesh is a developing country. We are just going to be the middle income country. So this is challenge, but this is, on the other hand, this is opportunity also for us, that it actually taught us that how to face the challenges, because we are a lot of people. It is not that easy to have all my to manage the livelihood here in Bangladesh. Everybody has to fight. Everybody has to fight against the nature. Everybody has to fight economically to maintain their food and livelihood as well as the shelter. Now the question you said, that whether we will be dependent for long to the foreign investors, the foreigners who will come and invest the money and develop the industries, and then we will be the employee there, or we like to be the employer. Now that movement is going on. And what Mr. Lutfor Rahman said, that we are now promoting this idea to our youngsters, that you are not growing to be the employee. You grow yourself to be an employer. So small you are. You might have give employment for 2 people, but you should be entrepreneur. You should not be the employee to the others. Now that it is a pious wish, but whether our government is moving in that way, I think government is moving in that way, because very recently, Bangladesh brought a lot of new organizations, new disciplines, and new policies to create, that we in Bangladesh, we have a special IT park. There are not one, there are many special IT parks government is developing with a view that when this foreign, at the initial, of course, we cannot ignore the foreign investment in this sector. The foreign investor will come, they will come with their technology. They will come with their experiences, so that our people can work and gather the experience and as well as get acquainted with the new technologies. And then government also created a new department to facilitate the new ideas and to promote the startup fund is already created. This is one. Number two, where Mr. Lutfor Rahman was saying that, and you also had a question, that lot of people are coming back due to COVID in Bangladesh, those who are working the outside. You see that there are hundreds and thousands of people are coming back. When they went to abroad, they were unskilled people. When they are coming back, they are skilled people. So very recently, in a meeting, I was giving my opinion that the people, those who are coming back, let we try to use their skilled, their experiences. The people, those who are coming back, we know that what was their employment in abroad. Where is their expertise? Why don't we keep a opportunity for them? Because a lot of many industrial zones are coming. So a lot of employment opportunity is creating in Bangladesh. Why don't we prepare a list of those people that when this industry will come on priority basis, these experienced people, no need to go back to abroad. Of course, if there is an opportunity, they will go. If there is no opportunity, of course, we can give them the employment here. So government is thinking on it, that how, and you know that our target, this government vision is to be the middle income country by 20. We are expecting that by 2024 we will be the middle income country, and by 2040 we like to be the developed country, and we are moving in that way. So it might take some time, but we are moving in that direction, I think.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. There are very good audience response. Araf Mehra says, thanks for a nice discussion, sir. You want to know more about the green technology. Already they are discussing specifically, they are focusing on green technology, solar, wind power, and this kind of things. Already they discussed. You can observe from the shows. And Firdos Rana, she said, thanks for nice discussion. I think new innovation need to be given priority in building a green technology. Yes, definitely. They are also discussing on that particular point, how they can develop local ecosystems and how they can bring more effective game changer in Bangladesh. And by this way, they will develop Bangladesh in an effective way. Thank you, sir, World Talent, for your valuable discussion, for your valuable times. Lutfor Rahman Sani Bhai and Siddique sirs, it's a very interesting World Talent Economy Forum. We are trying to bring in the best people from around the world. You can check. We are working with Africa. We are working in Asia Pacific, even South Asia, Silicon Valley, Cyberja, Europe, even Middle East. We are trying to best scholar like you. We are trying to the best business partner in the global community, and we are working with MIT, and we are trying to creating new technology, new partners. And definitely, I am also Bangladeshi. I love to contribute for Bangladesh. I am also a son of freedom fighters. So this is our time, our age. We need to return back for Bangladesh. It's not we are only living outside. We also trying to work with the best think tankers around the world. And definitely, if there is a good scope, and we know that Bangladesh doing a very good job, especially green tech doing very good job, Bangladesh government doing very good initiative. Any of the good things, we can be your partners. If you need any kind of resources with the intellectual ability, those who are running and those who are working with the different part of the world, we can bring everyone, and hopefully our team up and our discussion will be continuing in the future, because we do not want to do only the discussion. We are very much action oriented. So definitely your understanding, your experience, your valuable thought is important for us. So when we understand that we can contribute in a different way, definitely we will do that things. And hopefully by this way, we can create better Bangladesh. By this way, we can create better global branding for Bangladesh. And I want to respect all of you, how you are contributing, because I'm observing, we are observing from global arena how Bangladesh moving. And I can ensure now global arena, Bangladesh branding is different. Everybody recognize Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's activities. Everybody recognize how Bangladesh moving. Everybody recognize the local strength, inner strength of Bangladesh. So you are doing the very beautiful job. You are doing the right things. Hopefully, it will be the global model in the future. Thank you, sir, for your valuable
Thank you.
time.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.